All right, guys. Sorry about the delay. We are getting ready to get things started here. Dun, 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 dun. We got our baseball score sheet ready to go. Got all of our charts ready to go. We got our opening day lineup here for October 11th, 1970. This is World Series game number 2, historic lineups. Let's check them out. So we got Baltimore at Cincinnati. If you haven't watched episode 1 or game 1 of the World Series, highly recommend you go check that out. We're going to be talking about that here in a minute. So if you don't want any spoilers, I guess now would be the chance to go check that out. You know what I didn't do? I didn't put their information in. Shoot. What am I going to do about that? All right. Well, we'll get to that here in a second. Let me deal with that situation because I forgot. We're gonna need some more. I thought I was ready to go. Not quite. Just a moment. Oh boy. What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? So we had these nice little charts last time that had all the stats on there, which is very easy to use. There is several changes to the lineups today, so I'd have to recreate these charts, or we'd have to just use the same ones. Most of the lineups are the same, actually. Most of the lineups are the same. So we'll use them. The only changes to the starting lineup is Don Buford's in left, Paul Blair at center, Bog Powell at first base, Frank Robinson right field, Brooks Robinson third, Elrod Hendricks catching. We can get rid of that. So it's Buford, Blair, Powell, Robinson, Hendricks, Davey Johnson, Mark Bellinger, and the pitcher today for Baltimore, Mike Solar, who is 24 wins, 8 losses on the season, 3.48 ERA. So I think their lineup is the same except for the pitcher. Cincinnati's lineup is Pete Rose. Let's look at their lineup. Pete Rose, Bobby Tolan, Tony Perez, Johnny Bench, Lee May, Hal McRae is actually starting in left field, 2E2. Hal McRae instead of the other guy, Hal McRae, instead of Bernie Carbo, left fielder. So I have to remember, if we roll a left fielder check, I'll have to check his card. Then Tommy Helms at second, Woody Woodard, and Jim McLaughlin pitching today. So there's only a couple changes in the lineup, so that shouldn't hurt us too bad with our little charts. I'll have to remember that for next time, though, fortunately. Alrighty, so what we're going to be actually doing today here is some Statis Pro Baseball. Hopefully you guys will enjoy this. Game number 2, we are going to be using the dice version. That's right, the dice version of the game, as opposed to using the fast action cards. So we're going to be using the dice version. And you can see here there is a dice conversion chart that you can get online, and it tells you how to play it with just dice instead of the fast action cards. So when you roll, you're going to be rolling 2d12 for the PB number, and if you roll certain numbers, so that'll bring in some of the other results, such as checking for the error, a Z chart, boom. So if you roll 11, no one's on base, you resolve the play. Normally, if you roll doubles, resolve the play and check for error and the fielder's chart. If the PB and the RN numbers roll match, you roll the Z chart. So, and then based upon their thing, we'll roll again and get where the location where the pitch was. And then here's their RN error numbers, etc., etc. So we're going to be using the dice conversion chart, which I think will actually speed things up for us, hopefully anyways. All right, so first thing we're going to do is go to Riverfront Stadium 1970 here. We're going to roll for each starting pitcher to find out if they have a PB adjustment. If they're having a good day, an average day, or whatever. So that's the important numbers to keep in mind. So first things first, let's roll for the starting pitcher for your Baltimore Orioles, Mike Solar. That's not Mike Solar. He's not the starting pitcher. Over here, Mike Solar is the starting pitcher over here. So that's fine. Just use that. There we go. All right, so we're just looking at the 2D8. So just as an example, first two numbers are the two six-siders. So this 2 and the 6 are on the six-sider, so that would be a total of 8. And then the next two numbers are the 8-siders, so that would be a 6 and an 8. So it goes 6-sider, 6-sider, 8-sider, 8-sider, just for our reference. So back to what we were doing here now. PB number. Let's find out if Mike Solar is going to have a good outing, a bad outing, or an average outing. We'll wind up, and he's winding up and practicing pitching, and let's see what he gets. He gets a 6.5 for the 2. 65 is just going to be a normal day. So Mike Solar is just going to have a normal outing. Now let's go with Jim McLaughlin. And Jim McLaughlin. And we're just looking at the two 8-siders again. And it's a 1-2. So 1-2, and Jim McLaughlin's having an awesome day. He's got a PB of +2. Wow, that's going to really change things here in the game. That is for sure. So instead of 2-7, it's going to be 2-8. It's going to be 2-9 or 2-8 for right-handers. So much better pitching outing for Cincinnati. All right, so I think with all that behind us, we are now ready to get things going here for Statis Pro Baseball game number 2, October 11th, 1970. All righty, here we go. And up first is going to be Don Buford. Don Buford. And the windup in the pitch, McLaughlin over to Johnny Bench. So that is a 9. Johnny Bench, Paul Blair. Don Buford, where is he? Don Buford, there we are. He's a both. Jim McLaughlin's a right-hander, so Don Buford will go left-handed. Left-handed, he is 2-9. That is a 9. So that is going to be a pitcher card, and an 88 is going to be an out. Then we'll roll and find out what kind of out it was. In this case, we just need to look at the two 8-siders again. It's a 22. 22, and he is a, you know what, I might just, Don Buford against the right-handers in LP. So look at our LP column, and we rolled, what the hell did we roll? Rolled a 2-2. So look at 2-2. He rolled a GX3, so a little ground ball to first base. So we're just going to call that G3. And an out. Here we go. Get things rolling again. All right, we're going to put everything in the center there. And everything in the center here. And Tribes Fan is in the house. Hello, Mr. Tribes Fan. How are you this evening? We're playing 1970, game number 2 of the World Series here, October 11th. You just saw the first out. Don Buford. We're playing the dice version as opposed to the fast action cards. So was going over that. And that's pretty much it. There's a few changes in the lineup. Baltimore's lineup is the same except for the pitcher. So I'm just going to use the player card that I used the other day. The only difference for Cincinnati is Bernie Carbo's out. So if I hit it to left field, we'll have to check the left fielder's card. And of course, the pitcher's different, as Jim McLaughlin's in. So there we go. So Paul Blair. So first two numbers are the PB numbers, and we did just roll for Jim McLaughlin. He's having an awesome amount. He's actually a +2. Mike Solar is just a normal day. So that is a 7 against the right-hander. Normally it's a 2 to 6, but because Jim McLaughlin's having such a good day, he's actually a 2 to 8. So it's coming off of his card. 84 is going to be an out. And now we'll roll for an out. We'll find out what kind of out that is. That is going to be a 12. A 12 out, and I got to remember to look at that. He is an RN. RN 12 is going to be ground ball back to the pitcher. So G1 out. G1 hits it right back to Jim McLaughlin, tosses an overhand. All right, so that brings up Bog Powell here. Bog Powell against Jim McLaughlin. 2 outs here in the top of the first. It's an 8 against the lefty, so it's going to be off of Jim McLaughlin's card. And an 88, boy, that is like, we rolled an 88, an 87, and an 88 so far. That's crazy. Wow. He's an LP. Let's find out what kind of hit he hit. He rolled a 37. 37. He was, I can't remember. What is he? He's an LP. LP rolled a 37. That's right there. That makes him a GX4. So it's a little ground ball to second. G4 out. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. After half an inning, nothing on the board. All right, that brings up Pete Rose to face off against Mike Solar. All right, and away we go. Mike Solar is just having a normal pitching day, so his stats will be just what his card says there. That is a 3-1 or 4. So 4 against the right-handed Pete Rose. So against right-handed, 4 does fall in that range, so it's going to be off of Solar's card. He rolled a 38, which is a strikeout. So Pete Rose goes down on strikes. Bobby Tolan, I gotta remember to check. Oh yes, I don't have to remember to check. Cuar. Oh, Mike Cuar. All right, if that's the way he says it, I'll trust my friend there, Tribe fan, who knows everything about everything. So, all right, Bobby Tolan. That is a 5 against the lefty. That is going to be off of Quillar's card, and it's a 1-3 against the lefty. 1-3 is going to be a single into left field. So Bobby Tolan starts off the game hot. Clinton Parks is in the house. Will be shortly finishing his 1967 Red Sox-Yankees 1-0, top of the 7th inning. What game are you using to sim it there, Clinton? So let's look at Tolan's card here. What's his steal rating? It's going to be SPOE, super good, AA. Well, we're going to have to check out that chart here, which happens to be steal. There we go. If he's an AA, he's got to go. He's got to go, right? All right, we're going to roll and see if Bobby Tolan can go Try to steal second base here. Let's see what we rolled. We rolled a 71. Oh, I'm sorry, it's a 17. 1-7. 17. If we look at our steal and bunt chart, 17. 11 to 48 is going to be a stolen base, possible error. We're going to check. Runner steals base if the catcher's E rating is in the next FAC error range. Runner takes an extra base. It's an E2. The way we do errors with the dice is anytime you get a multiple on the same number rolled on the two six-sided dice. So let's roll two six-siders. If they come up the same number, it'll be an error. If not, oh, it comes up with an error. Wow, look at that. 1-1 is an error. Did that say it's an automatic error, or is that an automatic check? Let's see. Runner steals second base. If catcher's E rating is in the next FAC, it's an error. Oh, wow. So, Bobby Tolan steals stolen base for second, and then E2 to get to third. So, that's crazy. And not only that, but it doesn't fit on my... Just slide over that. There we go. We have to give him more room. So single, stolen base into second, and then an E2 to get to third base. Wow. And that's going to help Cincinnati immensely. So we want Tony Perez here against Mike Solar. One away. We are going to play the runners in. I'm sorry, the outfield's in. Infield in. Solar. Cuellar. Here we go. That's an 8 against a right-hander. That's going to be off of Perez's card, and it's a 1-4. That's going to be a single, and a single is going to score the run. And he comes home on the single. Oops. There we go. And I still can't fit it in. Damn it. This first inning is going to have to stretch it way over. What a pain in the butt. Anyways, so back-to-back hits. An error. It's a non-RBI situation because of the error. But that brings up Johnny Bench. They all score the same. It's still 1-0. Cincinnati. Johnny Bench, the catcher, against Mike Solar. Or Cuellar. That is a 2-1. That is a 3 against the righty. So that is going to be off of Cuellar's. It's a 77, so that's an out with the runner at first. Let's look at our dice conversion chart here. And it would have been nice if I would have remembered to look. He's an RP. Thank you. All right, RP. So we're going to look at the RP. We did have the infield in as well, so this is going to make things really interesting. All right, we rolled an 81. So if you look at 81, that's right here. And we have runners on first. It's just a simple fly out F8. So that's good. Nothing crazy came out of that situation. That brings up Lee May with 2-away here. Actually, what's Tony Perez's? He's only a C+ stealer. All right. So Lee May against Mike Cuellar. And that is going to be 5 against the righty is going to be on Cuellar's. And it's an 82. That's going to be an out. What kind of out is it? It is going to be a... Oh, I forgot to look at the damn... One of these times I'm going to remember. Against the lefty. Oh, I forgot to look. Mike Solar is actually a left-hander. So I don't know. That might have changed some of the results, but I messed up on that. I didn't even look. I just assumed he was a right-hander. Don't assume anything. Left-hander, and it was a 78, so it's still an out. He's an RP, and we rolled a 28 on the RP. RP 28 is going to be a G5. So he hit it to third. Little ground ball, G5 out. But 2 hits for Cincinnati. Oops, not 3. 2 hits. 1 run. Oops, that's a 1. What am I doing tonight? Jesus. Falling apart here. And 1 error on Baltimore. So 2 runs on 1 hit and an error. And after 1 complete, it is 1-0 Cincinnati. That brings up Frank Robinson. And that is a 5, so it's going to be a righty. Normally 2 to 6, but because of his +2, he's a 2 to 8 anyway, so it would have been on his card. And it's an 82, so it is going to be an out. Frank Robinson against the righty is an RP. Let's roll and find out what kind of out it is. It's a 15 for the RPer. 15 is going to be a fly ball to the catcher. F2. There we go. Now we got a rhythm going. Brings up Brooks Robinson, third baseman. And we have an 8. 821. So 8 against the righty is going to be on McLaughlin's card because of his +2. He's having a very good pitching day. And a 21 is going to be against the right-hander. 21 is going to be a G6. Out. And that brings up Elrock Hendricks. And that is a 9 against the lefty. And it will still be off McLaughlin's card. Normal 2 to 7, but he gets the +2 because he's having an awesome day. And we rolled a 63, which is going to be an out. What kind of out is it? He is an LP. And we rolled a 67 on the old LP. LP 67 is a fly ball to left. So F7. And so far, pitching a perfect game is Jim McLaughlin. All right, it brings up Hal McRae. Hal, let's put him in the lineup here. All right, Hal McRae replacing Bernie Carbo, who played the first game. Hal McRae's playing this one in the left field. The only difference between this game and the first game. All right. That is a 6-6-12. That is going to be something special on our dice version. Let's look at that, shall we? All right, so it's going to, we roll a 2 or a 12, it's a CD check. And we're also going to be rolling for an error, I believe. On our end rolls the doubles, resolve the play, and then check for the error. So we're going to check for an error. We also have a CD check. So the CD check is going to go to, well, let's find out where it was hit. We got to roll again. Oh, no, we don't. That was a 77. So if we look and find out where the ball was hit, Hal McRae is an RP against the left-hander. RP. He rolled a 77, so it's hit to center field. So we're going to check the center fielder's range first, and then we're going to check for an error. So the range for Brooks Robinson is CD of 2. And we go to our chart here, CD chart. This is the center fielder, outfielders. And we're going to roll on the 2 chart because that's what he had. And we're going to roll percentile to find out what happened. Or not percentile, we're going to roll 2 8-siders. Roll the 47. So 47 is right here. That's 43 to 48. That says blooper drops in for hits. Singles. Runners advance one base, two bases if there are two outs. So a bloop single. And now we need to check for an error. And let's see, center fielder is Paul Blair. I'm not sure what I was thinking, but he should have been. Oh, I looked at the wrong card, didn't I? Yes, Hal McRae hit. It should have actually been a CD5. Let's undo that. Rewind. We did roll a 47 on the error chart. Not the error chart, the CD chart. But he's a 5. And that was a 47. So that's going to change the result. Maybe? That's interesting. 31 to 38 or 51 to 58. But there's no 4. So I'm assuming there should be a 4 in this column, which is going to be the same result. So I don't know where the 41 to 48 is. There's 41 to 48 on this one. Hmm. 31 to 38 and 51 to 58. Actually got an updated chart. Let's go to the updated chart. I know I'm slowing things down here, but I want to try and get this right. So let's see. This is going to be 4th edition. This is the 4th edition. Okay, I don't like the 4th edition as much as I like the 3rd edition, that's for sure. Let's look at the rules from 2013 and look at the CD chart and see if it's fixed in this edition. Let's see. That was outfielder. Oh, yep, 31 to 48. There we go. So we'll use this one instead of this chart. For some reason, this older chart must have had some numbers forgotten. There we go. So 31 to 48 actually is a diving catch of a blooper, and all runners are going to hold. So it's not a single. It's just an out. Now we're going to check for an error, though, because we rolled the 6-6 combo. So Paul Blair error is an E1. So we look at our chart here for the dice conversion. At E1, you got an error if you roll an 11 to 16. No error if you roll a 17 through 88. So let's see if he has an error. Let's see if he has an error on the play here as he makes a diving stop. He makes a diving stop and no error on the play. So Clinton Park says, buying this game at the end of the month, along with 8 seasons. I'll take suggestions. So yeah, speaking of, I just ended up buying some seasons myself. So if we go to my card sets here, and I got the 2016, I got the 2013, even though it says 2-1. I believe that's 2013. Yeah, 2013. So I got this 2016 season set, the 2013, the 2004, 2006, 2010, 2011, and 2012 seasons. So 4, 6, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 16. So I just ordered those myself there, Clinton. I also ended up buying the Statis Pro hockey game. I got a season of that and the Statis Pro football because I wanted to try these out and see how they compared to the baseball version. Um, so no error on the play. A great diving stop by Paul Blair in center field there, and we got us just a simple little F8 out. It did cost us a lot of time to get that one little out, but we know how to do it now. So you're going to be taking suggestions for any 8 seasons. Well, my suggestion for you, Quentin, or my question for you, Clinton Parks, is are you does it matter to you if you're going to be using the lefty-righty splits? Because if that's important to you, I know that a lot of the older seasons don't have that. So that brings up Tommy Helms. Clinton Park says, I had the basketball on the old board game. It's pretty good. I like the football. I've read the rules. I haven't played a game of it, but the rules seem pretty good. It seems pretty in-depth. The hockey, I'm not a big fan of at this point. It's very kind of generic, really, to tell you the truth. There's not much to it, which is kind of disappointing. I haven't played that either, but I read the rules and kind of was messing around with it a little bit. Anyways, here comes the pitch. It's a 1-1, so we got to check for an error again. And a 2 against the righty is going to come off of Mike Solar, and he rolled a 58, so that is going to be an out. Let's find out what kind of out it is. We need some dice. Tommy Helms is against the lefty. Oh, wait a minute. We got to check that 58's over here. It's not going to matter. It's still an out. He's an RN against the lefty. Let's find out. We rolled a 65, so let's find out what kind of out it is. He is a RN. He rolled a 58, so that's a liner to short. So we're going to check the shortstop here, who happens to be Mark Ballinger. He's an E3. Let's check for an E3 as well. Not there. We got to go to our chart. Where is the chart? It's over here. So E3 is going to be 11 to 34 an error. So let's see if we have an error here. 11 to 34. That is a 28. That is an error. So let's go back to our chart here. So if we roll doubles, check for an error. It was an E3, 11 to 34. We rolled, it's a 28. That means it's an error. Now he is a okay. It was a liner to short, so he's an infielder. So now we got to roll to find out if his error 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to roll percentile, or not percentile, but 2 8s again. That is a 13. 13 against the infielders is going to be error type 1. So let's go to error type 1 on a liner. It was an L6 is what it was. So shortstop tips the line drive, can't make the play, E6, advance 1 base. So instead of catching it, goes off his glove into left field there. That's going to be an E6. And Tommy Helms is on the base. So, nope, let's try them. I don't know what that means, Clinton. Tribe fan says, take advantage of Clay Buchholz's 6'5", righty normal home run roll twice in 2016 strat. Wow, was Buchholz really that bad? I saw Clay Buchholz pitch in Philadelphia. We went to spring training in Philadelphia. Let's see, they're in, trying to remember, Clearwater, I think it was. Went up to Clearwater for one of the Phillies spring training games, and Clay Buchholz was the pitcher that day. And he's just a little guy. Man, he's just not very big at all. That brings up Woody Woodard. Went away here in the bottom of the second. Another error on Baltimore. That is a 9 against the righty. That is probably coming off of a pitcher or a batter's card. And that is a 12. And that is a single 1B7. Let's find out about that runner advancement here. Who's on? Let's see. Tommy Helms is on. He's got an OBR of B. So it was hit to, God damn it, 12. It's hit to left field. So single left field, runner on first. So 11 to 38, he goes first to third. Let's see, 11 to 38, re-roll the dice. Oh, and it's a 38. I think that's exactly what he needed too, wasn't it? Yep, 11 to 38. So first to third. So going to third on the play is Tommy Helms, and a single for Woody Woodward. That brings up the pitcher, though. Runners at the corners. Holy cow, runners at the corners. Wow. All right, so I have to check. Yeah. Let's see. How does this game? Balks wild pitches, pass balls. Infield positioning. All right, if the man on third is trying to be bunted home, the bunt is a squeeze play. If the infield is in or the corners are in, the batter's sac rating is reduced by 1 grade to a minimum of DD. So his sac rating, sacrifice is AA. That's pretty good. So he'd only drop down to an A. So corners are going to play in. Wow. Does he try to sacrifice home the run? He can't hit worth a crap. He either strikes out, there's a slight chance he might walk, or he hits, or he gets it out. Blah, 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 blah. I guess, what the hell? We've never done one. We're going to do it. What the hell, right? We're going to steal a buzz chart. We're going to be doing the squeeze play here. Oh, he actually drops from an AA down to a BB, I guess, on the sac rating. All right, so let's see what happens. Roll these dice. Is there a safety squeeze option? I do not see that. Used when called for by the bunting card for the outs charge. Usually give the option automatic out, retiring, blah, 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 blah. Also used in bunting for a hit chart and the great bunt results and the sacrifice. If the defensive option RN is 11, subtract 10 for the RN and compare it to the fielder's E rating. Yeah, I don't see a safety squeeze option. Just says here sacrifice. When the batter attempts to advance base runners by bunting, draw an RN. There's no PB draw needed, and reference that to the sack value of the batter involved in this sacrifice, bunt, and squeeze chart. If the man on third is trying to be bunted home, the bunt is a squeeze play. If the infield is in or corners are in, the batter's sack rating is reduced by 1 grade to a minimum of DD. Anytime the sack chart gives the defensive option, it means that the defense may automatically retire the batter and allow the lead runner to advance. Well, let's do this, shall we? Dum bum bum bum. Runners on first and third. I was actually, hang on, no roll, as I think about this. I thought there was an option to, like, steal second, and if they decide to throw to second, then you steal home when make the throw. Now they can choose to cut it off and try and throw home, but that might have been. I've been looking at a lot of different games recently, so I don't know if that was this one or not. If a double steal is being attempted, the defense can permit the lead runner to be successful and try for the trailing stealer, who might be easier to throw out. On a K plus a stolen base result on the hit and run chart, the lead runner must steal. All right, whatever. We'll just go with the straight sacrifice here and see what happens. So let's roll these dice and get it over with here. All right, here we go. Dun, 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 dun. And here comes the pitch, the wind up, and the swing. And no, it's not a swing. He puts his bat out in front of it. 27. That's a 24-31 sack. Runner advances. Batter out 3-1. Oh wait, here we are. First baseman can retire batter or defensive option at home. Defensive option. What is our runner's rating? Our runner at third base is Tommy Helms. Let's see what Tommy Helms is rated here. Tommy Ray is a B. Okay, well, that's good to know. Where are we here? So he's a B. If we try for B, 11-18. He's out with a possible error. 21-58, he's safe. 61-88, he's out, thrown out at the plate. So we can take the auto out at first, or we can try and throw him out at the plate. Hey, Espo Strat Baseball Network's in the house. Welcome, Espo, we're playing some Statis Pro Baseball here. We're just doing the squeeze play to bring a runner home from third base. But the defense gets a good result. They can actually try to throw him out at home. The runner's got a B rating here, so 11-88, he'll be out with a possible error. 21-58, he'll get a safe hit. 61-88, he's out. What the hell? We're going to try and throw the runner out. Let's do this. Here we go. There we go. So, let's see. That was first baseman throws it home quickly. And did they get him in time? That's a 48. So the last two numbers are the two 8-siders. And 48 is a safe hit. So coming in, throw and slide in safe at home. And wow, what do we even rate this as? It's not a sacrifice because he actually got a base hit out of it. We're just gonna call this S single one. Advances the runner to second on the play, and coming home is Tommy Helms to score the second run for the Reds. And the Reds take a 2-0 lead here at home. That brings up Pete Rose. We're playing the dice version instead of the fact cards there, Espo, just so you know. All right, so that brings up Pete Rose, who struck out in the first inning. We've had a lot of interesting things happen, and even though this game is only in the second inning. And we rolled us a 4 and a 2, which is 6, against the right-hander. Is going to be off of Mike Stolar's card. He rolled an 83, which is an out. And that is going to be an LN. And we're going to find out what kind of out it is. That's a 74 for an LN. 74 is going to be a fly ball. We have a runner at first and second. First and second. Let's see. Do anybody get to advance? First and second. And an F8 is just an F8. So no advancements needed on the F8. No error check either. He says it looks good. Thanks, Jester. All right, thanks a lot, Espo. So definitely check out Espo, ESPO, Strat Baseball Network on the old YouTube. Does a great job of simulating lots of sports simulations. Right now he's got golf going on. He's got bowling. He's got all kinds of things going on, and lots of good things. So I would highly recommend, if you're checking this video out later on YouTube, to go check out Espo Strat Baseball. Obviously focuses in on baseball like a lot of us simmers do, but we also delve into other sports as well. So some golf action. I'm really looking forward to his golf action. I can't remember the name of the game he was playing, but it was pretty cool. Pretty quick playing, and good quality components and everything. So looked like something that I might actually like to do. So that is the second out. That brings up Bobby Tolan. Runners at first and second. And let's see what we got. We got a 7 against the lefty, and a 56. 56 is going to be, let's see, that's off of the pitcher's card. 56 is going to be an out. Let's find out what kind of out it is. Not that it matters, but he is a LN. And that is going to be 38. LN is going to be a L4. Lined it to second for the out. L4. And that ends the second inning. One more run. Oops, that's not right. One more run for Cincinnati and another error for Baltimore. That's 2 errors in the game now for Baltimore. We're only in the top of the third inning. They have not come to play very good today. Dice Nuts Golf. Thank you. I couldn't remember the name of it. And Inside the Pocket Bowling. So 2 games that he's just started on his channel. Just checking out. You can watch his review. Espo Strat Baseball. Porcello killing it 7-1. Kuber not so much yet. 3-3 with a couple of no decisions. Only game 9 of Kuber's 2016 replay in advanced strat. All right, what are we doing? We are in the top of the third inning. That's what we're doing. That's going to bring up Davey Johnson. Let's see if Baltimore can get their offense rolling here. They have not had much in the way of offense this whole World Series so far. That is a 9 against the righty. Normally it would be 2-6. Since you guys missed the beginning of this, we actually rolled a +2 for Jim McLaughlin. He's having an awesome pitching day. That still only takes him to 2-8. So it's coming off of the batter's card. And it's a 47 against the right-hander. 47 is going to be a walk. So Davey Johnson takes a walk down to first. He doesn't have a very good steal rating. That's D. That's not very good. So it brings up Mark Ballinger. Mark Ballinger, 2-0, top of 3 here. Here we go. That's a 7 against the righty, so this will be off of Bellinger's card, and a 36 against the righty, and that is going to be a strikeout. So strikeout for McLaughlin. Brings up the pitcher. The defense is going to play in, and Mike Solar is still going to bunt, or try to. Ooh, he's actually a CC sacrifice, which is not very good. And with the defense playing in, it's actually, where is the bunt chart? Here it is. Yeah. He's actually going to drop down to a DD, but he's got no chance to make a hit. Unless it comes off the pitcher's card, is his only chance for a hit. He'll either strike out or it'll be an out off of his own card. Jester, your pronunciation is killing this old man. It's Ballinger. Ballinger. There we go. Ballinger. I'm sorry, Mr. Clinton Parks. Please forgive me. Please forgive me. All right, so yeah, might as well try a bunt because he's not going to get a hit unless it comes off of McLaughlin's card, which is a possibility. He's got a slight chance for a hit over there. What's his chance of getting a sack? Pretty good. He'll do his sacrifice. So let's roll, see what happens. So we have a runner on first or second base. So he's a normal CC, drops down to a DD, so he rolls a 42. Batter out, 1-4 sack. Or we have a defensive option on the lead runner, actually. The lead runner happens to be Davy Johnson. Davy Johnson has got a OBR of B. OBR of B. So same option right there. So they can either take the out, which is what they'll do. They'll just take the out because it'll be the second out of the inning. That's actually, what did they say it was? It was a 2-1. Is that what it was? What did he roll? 42. Thank you. It's a 1-4 sack. All right, so we'll give him a sack. And moving up, just a second. Puts 2 away here for Don Buford. Can't overthink it too much. Did the dice roller come with the game? And if not, where did you get it? No, the dice roller did not come with the game. It's called Rock and Roll. So go to Google and type in Rock and Roll Dice Roller, and it'll probably take you. It's a free thing. You can download it. It's pretty good. It allows you to add in all kinds of different dice, so that's cool. So 2 away here, and we got a double 2, so we got to check for an error at the end of this play. 4 is coming off of the pitcher's card, and a 48 against the lefty. 48 is going to be an out, but where is the out? Because we have to check for a nice little error. The out is going to be... He's a righty, so it's going to be an LP. We need to roll this here against the LP. That is an 82, so that is an F9. We're going to check the F9 for Cincinnati, who happens to be right field is Pete Rose. He's got an error rating of 0, E0. So let's check our little chart here for E0. E0 is no error, so no check needed, I guess. It only goes down to E1. So if you're an E0, then you don't make any errors. So that's just going to be a simple F9 for the out, and that is a end of the inning. I want to make sure, because I ripped off one of the teams the other night. I only gave them 2 outs in one of the innings. It wasn't, I don't think it was this game. It was a different game. So 1, 2, 3 innings. So after 3 complete, pitching the no-hitter, Jim McLaughlin. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Jim McLaughlin. Is that better? All right, due up for Cincinnati, Tony Perez. Tony Perez singled in the first. We're in the bottom of the 3rd inning. And the windup in the pitch, here it is. It's a 10, so it's coming off of the batter's card. It's a 76, which is an out. No error needed. He is a left-hander. It's an RP. Let's find out what kind of out it is. It is a 66. Oops, that's not what I wanted. I want 66 on the dice conversion chart. So 66 against the LP is going to be a fly ball to left field. That's an F7. All right, brings up Johnny Bench. This game, this game would fly so quick if you had cards and dice. I'm telling you, this would just be. It's a lot slower on the computer than it would be for cards and dice. I'm telling you, a lot more than like say payoff pitch. There's a every time you got to look at a chart or look at a player's stats or anything like that, slows it down. And there's a lot of it isn't just a hit to left field out like Stratomatic or inside pitch or anything like that. This one you got to take in a lot of considerations. Is it a F7X? Is it an F7D? Is it an F7 error check? So, anyways, who's up? Johnny Bench is up. As a 4, it's coming off of Solar, and it's a 58 against the righty. 58 is an out. See, again, I got to slow down, and I've got to look at the dice conversion chart. I need to find out he is an RP against left-handers. I need to bring up the dice. I need to roll them again. All these things take time and slow things down. He's an RP. 35, RP 35 is going to be G5A. So you can see there's a G5, there's a G5X, there's a G5A. G5A. G5 is all we're concerned about right now, because are you quit? Are you quite? What? Correr. It doesn't look like Correr, does it? How am I supposed to know? Correr. Mike Correr. You guys make me laugh. God bless you. Let's bring up Lee May here. He's Spanish. Correr. Well, where'd they learn how to spell in Spanish? Because that's not how you spell Correr. That's a 9. That's coming off the batter's card. 36 against the lefty is going to be... 36 is going to be a home run for Lee May against the left-hander. Lee May going, gone. 3-6 home run. And Cincinnati extends their lead 3-0 here. That brings up Hal McRae. Correr. Well, they don't know how to spell in Spanish, do they? They misspelled his name badly. Hal McRae fly to center field, his first time up. That's an 8 against the righty, is going to be off of Quarer. And it's a 26 against the right-hander. 26 is going to be a G6 out to end the inning. G6 to end the inning. So, another hit. Oops. Another hit and another run, and they just keep adding to it. So after 3 complete, 3-0 Cincinnati. Quarer. Mike Quarer. I believe you. I believe you. Let's see if we got a highlight of Mike Quarer here from 19. Oh, it would have been nice if there was 19. Ooh, here's 1970. Oh, that's the whole game though. No, wait a minute. I want a brief, just say his name type thing.
And speaking of problems to contend with, Baltimore has had its hands full and then some trying to handle Roberto Clemente, a .440 hitter in the World Series, and a ball 1. Clemente's game against
That's his
Cuellar in
1971.
Pittsburgh saw him come to the plate 4 times with 1 base hit, and Clemente has done it all for the Pirates here in the 71 series. 2 balls, no strikes.
That's not him either.
By that I mean he has a pair
Is
of
it?
doubles.
Let me see. Is that Quarer? Does that say Quarer on the
Also
back
has
of
a
this
triple.
shirt?
He has a home run. He has knocked in 3. He has 11 base hits in 25 trips to the plate.
It looks like COR something. Look at that curveball. Holy cow. You see that thing?
Cuellar will change speeds.
Oh, he did say it right there. But look at that pitch, though. I mean, can you believe they played baseball like this back in the day? You throw a ball like that nowadays, it'd be hit like 5,000 feet. Oh, my God. Watch this thing.
That's the slow curveball from Cuellar.
From Cuellar. Well, see, now I know how to say it. Cuellar. Why didn't somebody just tell me it was Cuellar? You guys are funny. All right, what are we doing here? We're doing 4th inning. You guys want to stick around for another inning? Sure. Let's see. We could probably go through it pretty quickly now that we know what we're doing. And it kind of helps speed things up. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to drag this over the out chart over here. You guys don't need to see what the out is. There we go. All right, Paul Boyer against Jim McLaughlin. That is a 5, so it's coming off of McLaughlin's card. It's a 28 against a righty. 28 is a strikeout for Paul Boyer. That brings up Bog Powell. Grounded to first. Back to the pitcher in the 1st inning. That's a 9 against the lefty. That is actually off of McLaughlin's card because he gets a +2 to his ratings. So that's a 963. That's coming off of the out. Let's find out what kind of out it was. He is a LP against the right-hander. It's an 11 against. That's a GX1. So a little ground ball back to the pitcher. We'll call it a G1. Sure, it doesn't matter. That's fine. Frank Robinson, who grounded to second. See how quickly we can do this when I don't have to drag charts in and out of the way? Quarer. That's a 9 against the right-hander. That's actually off of Frank Robinson's card. That is a 42 against the right-hander. 42 is a strikeout. 41 would have been a deep ball. 42 is a strikeout. So it's a 1-2-3 inning as Frank Robinson goes down. No hits, no runs, no errors in the inning, and after 3.5 complete, still hitless, is Jim McLaughlin. Bog. Bog. Bog Pal. I don't know how many ahs do I need to have in there. Bog Pal. Bog Pal. Or Bog Pal. McLouth like boo. McLuth. McBooth. McLuth. McLuth. Damn, why don't they just have like normal names? I tell you. Anywho. That brings up Tommy Helms. I say him my way. I don't give a shit. I'm going to say him my way. If I can't read your name, then damn it, I'll just say it my way. Tommy Helms. I can read his name. Against Mike Cuellar. 5 against the righty is a right-hander. It's going to be off of Cuellar's card. That's an 18 against Cuellar. That's a single in the right field. What's his rating for stealing? Is horrible. So we'll just bring up Woody Woodward. I can say his name too, Woody Woodward. Don't quit my day job. I hear you, brother. I hear you. Mike Cuellar against Woody Woodward. That is a double, so we've got to check for an error. 75-6 is going to be against the righty. It's coming off of Cuellar's. It's a 75, so it's an out. Where's he out? Let's roll these dice again and find out. He is a RN against the left-hander. RN, it's a 25. RN 25 is going to be a GX4. So it's going to second base. Second base happens to be Davy Johnson, who has a error rating of 1. And we're going to roll again to find out if it's an error on Davy Johnson. 11-16 will be an error. Here it comes. It is a, oh my gosh, it's a 6-6-6-6. Whew. That's bad news, but Davy Johnson makes the play. That is a, oh, wait a minute. That could be a double play, actually. Oh, we got to check the chart on this bad boy. That was a, that was a fuck, what was the number rolled? Yeah, it was a GX6. Runner on first is a G4. Batter goes to first. So it's a fielder's choice, actually. So fielder's choice to first. And then out at second on the fielder's choice. That brings up Jim McLaughlin, who is going to, what's his sack? He's AA. They're going to play in, and then he's going to try and sack. Why not? He's going to try and sacrifice. So he goes down to a BB. And we roll this in 88. Holy crap, 88. That's probably not good. Batter botches the sacrifice and strikes out. So strikes out on the sack attempt. The only thing he's done wrong all day. That brings up Pete Rose. Pete Rose against Mike Cuellar. That's a double, so we got to check for an error again. 8 against the right-hander. And so it's going to be off of Pete Rose's card. Left-handed, 66 is an RN. So let's check out what he rolled here for that RN number. I'm sorry, for his out number, 72. 72, he is a RN. 72 is going to be FD7. So deep fly ball to center field. Deep fly ball. But that is the third out, right? 1, 2, 3. Another hit for Cincinnati. I'm sorry. Yes, another hit for Cincinnati. No runs this time. So 4 hits. Still up 3-0 after 4 complete. Wow, 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 wow. Whenever you're rolling for the PB number, when you're, yeah, I'll bring the chart back over. You can see, so you can see this now on the dice conversion chart. So because there's CD checks, if you roll a 2 or 12. If you roll an 11, there might be a BD check, depending on if there's base runners or not. And then anytime you roll doubles, you're going to check for an error. And if the PB number and the RN number are the same, so if you roll like an 11 and then you end up rolling an 11, then you use the Z chart, which is like your rare plays or whatever. I find this a little bit easier than running the fact cards on the computer. I'm not saying that this might be better for cards and dice if you're doing it at home, but for me, it's a little bit faster, I think, than dealing with their fast action cards. So since you're just joining us, I was showing the guys earlier. I actually ended up getting some card sets here. I ordered the 2016, the 2013, the 2004, the 2006, the 2010, the 2011, 2012. So I've got a lot of season files to start working with. Not sure what I'm going to do yet. Probably finish up the World Series here, but after that I might try and do some actual cards and dice type setup, but we'll see. I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, I think I'm going to go ahead and cut off this episode. Save this file here. And then pick up and probably do the second half of the game next time. It's getting, I wanted to get something else done tonight, and I haven't got a chance to do it, and this took a lot longer than I thought I was going to. Yeah, these cards and dice games are hard to do on the computer, man. Phew, tell ya. Anyways, I want to give a big shout out to all my fans out there that stopped in tonight. Tribe Fan, of course, Clinton Parks, and of course, Espo Strat Baseball. And anyone else that stopped in tonight to say hi. Appreciate you guys stopping in. Just give you a little bit more action in the 1970 World Series. It's gets frustrating after a while when you're on my end of it, and probably for you guys as well. It just takes all that time to look things up and charts and different things, and it gets to be like, I've played this game for an hour now. I should be done with it. It gets frustrating when it's not done because I'm looking up different things on it. So, but I mean, I want to be able to know how it's done. So if I do cards and dice or whatever, I can do that a lot quicker. Anyways, Tribe Fan, Clinton Parks, Espo Strat Baseball, everyone else that stopped in tonight. Keep in mind that Tribe Fan and Clinton Parks are purists. Well, I do keep that in mind. I also like to keep everything, I'm not trying to fudge and just kind of, but you can see, I mean, there's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 charts. I got to roll on this chart, which, it's okay if I bring it over to the other screen because then it's not in the way and I can see all my player cards on the field. But then when I do that, then I can't see the chat, so I got to move that out of the way. So there's just not enough room to physically keep all this stuff out. That's why, like, Payoff Pitch was really good because I could get everything I needed on one screen. On my secondary screen, I have my recording software running, so I can make sure that's going, and then I have my live stream going, and I can see the chat. And I also have all my links on my desktop over here, so if I need to click on something, I don't need to move like 5 screens out of the way. So doing good. Gives me ideas on how to set up. Yep. I think this is a good setup. I like having the pitcher and batter on one side and the pitcher batter on the other side. My little scoreboard there, and then any kind of miscellaneous charts. But it does, does take up a lot of space. I mean, if I had the facts up over here or the dice roller, they're about the same size. So I mean, I could actually squeeze this all the way over there. So I mean, I'm not saving any size with that. Yeah, that's the old Busch Stadium. That is the old Busch Stadium. Busch. That's the All-Star game from, it looks like it says 2010? Maybe? Maybe that's a new stadium then. When did their new stadium get built? Looks like it's the All-Star game, and it looks like it says 2010 on the field. Let's look at 2010 MLB All-Star game. Let's see. Where was it? No, it doesn't. I don't know. Of course, they're the greatest fans. All-Star game. It's definitely the All-Star game. I just don't know. Maybe it's just, I don't know. Maybe it was just a sponsor thing for the All-Star game. It was built in 2006. Yeah, I was there for a great game. Only been there once, many years ago. Took a whole bunch of awesome photos and then lost them. I thought I had backed them up on disk and I didn't, and I like reformatted my computer so everything got lost that wasn't on my that I didn't have saved, and yeah. So I'd uploaded like a couple pictures to like let's see, it was photo sharing. What was that? Let's see here. Maybe it was Shutterfly. Yeah, go away. I don't care about your. Let's see if I can sign in here. Email address. Oh, Jesus Christ. Let's see if I saved them here. All right. Yep. Here's the few pictures I have left from St. Louis right here. This is all the pictures I have left. Of course, only one of them. Here they are. So the arch, obviously downtown, like a panoramic shot from up in the arch. That's pretty cool. So that's why I uploaded these to like Shutterfly. Was like, oh, I'll save all the pictures that I edited up on, Shutterfly. So I edit them anytime I do like anything special to them. So there's Busch Stadium. And then this is like a super cool, like, I don't even know what I did, but I put some like different layers and color layers on it and everything. It turned out really cool. It's like just the downtown buildings. You can see USA Bank here. The stadium would be over here to the left-hand side. It turned out really cool, so I liked it. So I was like, oh, I'll upload it. And of course, the archway, of course, the archway. Here's another one of the archway. We took the little boat thing that went down the river and did that. So that was kind of cool. Oops. And then the last photo was a combination of two photos that I had. I put them together and kind of overlaid them, and you can see City Hall and some of the buildings and the statues, and it turned out pretty good too. So I was like, oh, I got to save that. So and I'm saving these photos, but I had a whole bunch of other ones that had the baseball stadium and everything on it, and I never saved those to disk, and then I lost them. So I kind of sucked, but so that's all the photos I have from my trip to St. Louis. So, but they all turned out really nice and really cool, and and they're like really special to my heart. I was in 2009, August 13th, 2009. That was the night I think we went to the game. So actually, you know what? Now that I have the date on there, I can tell you. If we go to Baseball Reference, right, we can go to 2009. I'll tell you because I remember 2009 National League, and we go to St. Louis, and we go to schedule and results, and it was August, oops, what was that date? August 13th. So let's look at August 13th. Must have been, all right, so they played Cincinnati on the 12th, and they played San Diego on the Friday the 14th. Let's look at the box score because what? No, I want to look at the box score from this game. Thank you. Where it is? Because I know St. Louis won, and I know Albert Pujols hit a home run. Yeah, so this is the game I went to. And I know they won big, and I had taken a picture of the thing, and I know Albert Pujols hit a home run because the crowd was going crazy. Of course, Albert Pujols. So it's probably this game. Let me check the 12th and see if he hit a home run on the 12th. I don't think he did. Let's see. Against Cincinnati. 5-2. Albert Pujols. Actually, that was hits. That wasn't home runs, was it? Hang on a minute. Let me go back to the other one. Maybe I was looking at the wrong thing. Box score. Runs, hits. Did they not? Oh, they didn't. Oh, let's look down here. Does it say home runs? Wainwright hit a home run. Good old Adam Wainwright hitting home runs. Maybe it was Adam Wainwright that hit a home run. I know one of my favorite. I thought it was Pujols, but let's check this box score from Cincinnati. Home run. Oh no, there it was. So it was against Cincinnati. Pujols hit his home run, 38th off of Carlos Fisher. Carlos Fisher in the third inning. Yep, that's about right. So it must have been that game that I went to, St. Louis Cincinnati game. We only won 5-2. I know we won. I remember that. I remembered it was by a few runs, but so that's the game I went to and took all kinds of super cool photos and pictures and Albert Pujols hit a home run, which is cool. And I have my Albert Pujols shirt on. Anyways, guys, this has gone on way too long. You're done hearing my story. Move on to someone else's story. See you guys. Oh, you saw Wizard of Oz do his flag flip. Yeah, that was way before my time. Way before my time. Good times talking about it, though. Good times. All right. Well, take care, guys. See you next time.